to do.
Alright guys, so for today's video I want to do the 7 things I hate about my single turbo Toyota Supra, excuse me. Obviously you guys know this isn't really things we hate. These are things that YouTubers do just to go over things we don't like. Obviously if we hated 7 things about our cars or 10 things about our cars, we'd probably get rid of them. So let's start off, and I also want to mention real quick before I get into this little list that when I was making this list, I also realized that everything I hate, I love. It's like a double-edged sword. So, let me go ahead and explain. So the first thing that comes to mind is the attention this car gets. Now, I'm used to a car that gets good attention. You know what? Hold on. We got a tunnel coming in, so we got to go ahead and take advantage of this. It's a bridge, excuse me. I believe I was in the middle of a conversation about the attention this car gets. Now, I've had some nice cars, you know, I still have a Charger Scat Pack, I had a turbocharged Mustang, my friends have some, you know, we have some nicer cars, and, you know, they have their attention, people make their comments and compliments or hate or whatever, but this car is something like I'm not used to. So, although it's very exciting to see people get excited about your car, you know, that in itself is a plus. The bad side is it catches attention of everybody, even a lot of shady people. So this is the only car that I've owned that I'm nervous where I leave it. I'm nervous at night. I'm worried it's going to get stolen. You know, if you have regular insurance, you got to worry about if it's stolen, if they're going to actually pay out the car's value. If you have more of a collector's insurance, you have to worry about stipulations. The car's supposed to be in a garage. It's not supposed to be at a shopping complex. Like, there's all sorts of stipulations with collector's insurance, or, you know, more of a specialty insurance. Speaking of like a double-edged sword, the second thing that I hate, and this is kind of going to go in order what I hate the most as we go, is the turbo lag. Now these cars, in particular the single turbo Supras, are just famous for crazy lag and then crazy explosion. And in many ways it is a plus because it really does add to the entertainment, the emotion this car gives you, that like, alright, are we going to go? And then all of a sudden the tires don't know what to do with the traction. But in the same aspect, I mean, you know, when I'm goofing around a little bit, sometimes I have a hard time edging out cars I really shouldn't be edging out. Especially when I have to shift and I have to do it all over again. So the stereotypes in this particular car, at least in my car, it's very stereotypical that you see in other YouTube videos where, like, I think like Super Speed, as Rob was saying, a car will, like, you know, jump out ahead of you. Sorry, very nice. Some sort of loud bike. A car will jump ahead of you, and then you'll just train wreck it by. So it's a little frustrating at times. Let me go ahead and demonstrate for you guys. So go ahead, we're in first gear. Go ahead, I'll put it second. 4,000, go. There we go. I mean, you're messing with an NA car or a blown car, or even a car with a smaller turbo or 2 smaller turbos. I mean, you know, it leads into be an issue. Now, while I've learned to love the open air element with this car, the Charger is my only other car that I've gotten before with some type of open element. That's just a sunroof. I've never had a convertible Targa top or T-top or anything like that. So, I love the open air element aspect, and I could totally see some of my next cars or next car having that element. But because this car's from the 90s, it's a real pain in the ass to take on and take off. I'm getting a lot better at it, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws you have to undo. That if you don't know what you're doing, you can end up stripping it. Alright. I know it's about things I hate about the car, but we got a bridge opportunity again, so shall we? from the 90s. My very first car I purchased was a 95 3000 GT, not the twin turbo, not the VR4, but the car stopped very well. Usually because these cars are very light, and looking at the size of these calipers, I expect this car to brake a lot better. Now, with that being said, I already ordered a new set of rotors and pads, and I'm curious to see what that does, but I am really disappointed how this car brakes. You know, I find myself in situations where I'm really on the brake pedal going, alright, I hope this thing stops. So obviously, that's a major concern, although, side note, I ordered new rotors and pads, so I don't really know the condition of the ones on here, so maybe sort of an unfair assessment, but I did want to mention it. So what I talk about next is this car was an originally twin turbo automatic car that converted to a single turbo 5-speed transmission out of the MK3 turbo. It has the R154 transmission, which, believe it or not, apparently is pretty stout from the research that I've done. What I don't like about it, which once again I'm going to be fixing, is this truck-like throws that you have to do to shift the gear. Look at this. It just doesn't go with the car at all. I mean, the car is a tight handling car, it's a sports car, it's a high performance car, so to have these long throws makes no sense to me. Once again, something I am going to be fixing. So this is a good opportunity for me to talk about my next complaint that everybody's going to call me a bitch for, but I'm just going to be straight and honest about it. Traction control. That's drag radials that I need to replace. So, yeah, I can sound like a cool guy and say it's all me, no computers, and that does have a cool aspect. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's a pretty quick car with no traction control. So you can act manly, you can act any way you want. We're all human. I mean, one mess up is a problem for me. So that is something that I rank high up there, although I'm confident in myself and I'm confident in the car. We're all humans, and that's what a mistake is. So, you know, that's something I have to keep in mind when I'm driving. You know, I even let a couple friends drive the car, very close friends, so I have to make sure that they understand that heat needs to be in the tires because this car is broken loose on me. I don't think it's a crazy horsepower Supra. We're going to get into that a little more in some more videos. But still, I mean, conservatively, I'm thinking it's a 500 wheel horsepower Supra, and I've had third gear come loose on me. I mean, straight up, the rear end just broke loose in third gear. So, it was kind of sketchy, to be honest. Second gear tends to break loose a lot, but it's pretty manageable. So, but I'm going to be straight up and call me payback bitch if you want. But it's a little nerve-wracking, the fact that this car has no traction control. Alright, let's talk about the next thing. One thing I love about this car, which is what I hate about it, is how well it handles. It's a phenomenal handling car, especially considering its drag wheels in the back, which usually have a little extra sidewall. The problem with this coilover suspension, though, as you can probably figure out right about now, is that it's terrible on bumps. I mean, I bottom out everywhere, I rub, my back just kills me, and I gotta like this turn, I gotta take it really slow. But you'll see, as I get close to the apex here, when they decide to pave the damn road here, because, you know, all the taxes, I don't know where they go in New Jersey, now that we're paving it, I can really dig into this turn. Alright guys, I want to thank you for watching my video, the 7 things I hate about my Supra. Obviously I don't hate the damn car, but I appreciate you guys watching. If you like the videos, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to go get ahead and get out of here and take this Targa top off and enjoy the rest of the weather. Alright guys, take it easy.